Oh, yeah. We're back. Again. As we said, what was it, in January?
Is January when we recorded
the Game Awards?
The Game Awards? I don't even remember. The Game Awards would have been in December.
Holy shit, then we haven't recorded it since then. So we're a little off.
I was going to say, I'm like, if we recorded in January and we're recording right now in February, that's not bad. We're getting one out a month right now.
Holy shit. Well, what have you been up to, fella? Let's talk about that.
Man, what have I been up to?
You sound like
doing stuff around the house.
I'm interviewing a fucking athlete. The defense needs to step it up, and the guys in the locker room, they got great energy, and I don't know.
Yeah, that's kind of how I'm feeling. It's very early, by the way. I can't remember what I even did yesterday right now. Yeah, just doing stuff around the house. That's what I've been basically up to.
Being a homeowner.
Yeah, doing homeowner stuff.
So much fun.
It's like there's always something to update or clean or fix. So
I'm in that boat.
You're in that boat too?
I got the plumber coming today.
Oh no.
It pinhole leak, real small, but it fucking corroded about a foot of copper.
It could be worse.
Or oxidized, there you go. Yeah, it could be. I'll take it. Fuck it. So you just been doing homeowner stuff. You been working on anything? Been making any music?
Yeah, just homeowner stuff, going to work, and outside of that, I mean, I did spend a lot of time doing animation yesterday. I showed you something I was working on. That took me... I spent about 4 or 5 hours on it yesterday.
And it's promising. So promising.
So yeah, that's basically what I've been up to. I haven't really done music stuff. Anytime I have free time, I've been dedicating it all to animation for like the last 2 or 3 months. So yeah. How about you? What have you been up to?
Still there I go with the just like you. Still recording videos. What did I do? I finished Tunic, if anybody's watched that. I started Guardians of the Galaxy, and then I started Five Nights at Freddy with Dominic. So those are dropping every Friday now. That's the Five Nights at Freddy Fridays, which I haven't said until now. That's what I just thought of. Put them out on Fridays. Why not? Just keep that F thing going. I've been doing that. I've been working on a program. I'm not going to say for what, but I've been doing that here and there. And I kind of put it down for the last 10 days and haven't picked it up because I've been playing Hogwarts Legacy.
Oh, that's been sucking up all your time.
Bro, Nicole and I, you have no idea. We have about 110 hours in the game.
Oh, you guys are enjoying it then.
Dude, it was like a dopamine drip. Like, I needed it. I needed my crack. Like, give it to me. Like I said to you, I think it's Breath of the Wild, just in a Harry Potter format. So if you're a big Harry Potter person, or the Wizarding World, whatever the hell they call it, I guess they call it Wizarding World, probably to stay away from J.K. Rowling in a way. It's extremely fun, because at first I thought, all right, I'm just going to be able to explore Hogsmeade and a little bit outside of the castle. No, dude, this it's huge. You get to explore north and south of Hogwarts. There's still a part of the map I haven't unlocked in the game. I'm like 68% done with the questing, and
that's actually pretty cool.
There's so much to explore and see, and then you get you can catch the creatures that are in there, like the hippogriff, or there's a unicorn. I just caught a unicorn yesterday. You get to fly in the broom. You can fly in a hippogriff. I just found out, and it's probably gonna be like a spoiler, there's a phoenix that I have to go catch. Didn't know that was in there, so that's gonna be fun. And what the hell was I gonna say? The other thing too, like if you're a big Harry Potter fan and you can catch a lot of the nods that they make to the game, or not the game, the movie. There was at one point when you get the Room of Requirement, which I think is Order of the Phoenix or Half-Blood Prince. I didn't read up to that, and I didn't watch up to that because I stopped watching from where I stopped reading. There's the chess piece from the first movie that Ron plays, and then I want to say, what else was in there? There's a like a gravestone behind Hagrid's hut, and people are speculating it's for the late actor that played Hagrid, or it's for Buckbeak because it has a hippogriff on it.
So you're saying they're giving nods to like the movie within the game?
Yeah, there's so many.
Cool.
Also, the headmaster. That's the coolest part too. The headmaster is Sirius Black's lineage. So if you paid attention, I want to say it's the 5th movie or the 5th book from what Nicole showed me. It shows Sirius Black, which is Harry's godfather, I want to say. Something like that. I can't remember all that. It's so long ago I read them, but I think it's his godfather, and there's like his whole family trees out on a like a tapestry. And it shows the headmaster that's in this game. So it's like at least everything has continuity. Because this game takes place 100 years before the Harry Potter events.
Like before, I know nothing about Harry Potter. You know that. So
well, the movies came out in 2001, but the whole timeline, I want to say it's 97. It took place in 1997.
Oh, is that like where Harry Potter takes place then? Like the books and stuff?
Mm-hmm.
Oh, okay.
And this game takes place in like 1897, roughly. But other than that, I know, carried away, but that's what I've been doing for about 10 to 14 days.
There's nothing better than getting hooked on a game. That's the most enjoyable. It's the most enjoyable thing.
Well, some people don't like it, but yeah,
I love it. It's I won't say it's rare because I play a lot of games, but it's rare where a game like takes over my life, and when it happens, I like to just let it happen because I know it's not what I do like every day. So that's a good segue into what we're going to be talking about for this episode. And that is Tears of the Kingdom.
Bro, it's about to get straight addicting.
And I'm hoping that that's what it does for me.
What do you mean hope? You've watched that last trailer. There's no hope. It's gonna happen.
It's guaranteed.
Dude, it's a damn good guarantee.
Man, where to even begin? I guess a good spot to begin would be how are you feeling on a scale of 1 to 10 right now about Tears of the Kingdom? Like excitement.
Oh no, it breaks 10. Like turn it up to 11. I'm fucking stoked.
I mean, yeah, you and me both. You and me both. I wanted to ask though because a lot of people online are like, we still don't know enough about the game, and which I do agree with to an extent, but it does not change my excitement level. I do want to like know a little more of what what we're doing, but still, it's the Zelda team. It's a sequel to Breath of the Wild. I don't have to be worried about anything.
I wouldn't be worried about story right now because we didn't even know a lot going into Breath of the Wild. We just knew it was going to be the first open world Zelda game.
Yeah.
And everybody was blown the hell away. The thing with me was watching that trailer and seeing some of the new enemies that are now going to be present in this game, and seeing the terrain in a different perspective, or not perspective, but everything has changed now, and it's just okay. If we go back from the first trailer they gave us, Zelda and Link are going underground. In that trailer we just got, we know being underground is now a playable option.
It's gonna be so cool.
So the world is just getting ever expansive now.
Yeah, so I'm wondering if, because it does take place in the same Hyrule, I don't know how long in the future, but I'm guessing it's not too long after the events of Breath of the Wild. And it wasn't like we could ever go underground in that game or even see somewhere to go underground. So I'm wondering even how we get there.
Well, that's something they haven't shown us, but I have a feeling that's how the game's going to open. That first trailer that we got, that was the cinematic to open the game up. that Zelda and Link are exploring, and then Ganon awakens. And then eventually we get to go underground and do all that, because the enemies, there would be no reason to show us that underground scene and the enemies with the pickaxes and collecting whatever the hell is under there.
Yeah, no, we're definitely going to be able to explore underground in some form. I hope it's expansive. Like, I don't know how big they can make, like how much bigger they can make the game. I just honestly have no idea. But I do know the game is, at least in terms of gigabytes, bigger than Breath of the Wild.
Yep. What was Breath? 27?
No. I want to say it was like 13 or 14.
It's a Google search away.
I think it's like 13 or 14, maybe 14 after DLC. And I'm pretty sure the new game is going to be like 18.
13.4 gigs. I completely forgot about the DLC on the original, or on BotW, because I only played it on the Wii U.
Oh, yeah.
Alright, so let's see. Well, isn't this one going to be big?
This one's going to be like 18 gigs. I think 18.2 or something like that.
That's crazy. How the hell do people already have the file size before the game comes out?
It's it's on the eShop, so you can pre-order it, and it tells you like how big the game is because you can pre-order it.
Nice.
But yeah, back to underground. So we're definitely gonna be able to go under there. I've been trying to think though, like we see like Ganon's malice rising like parts of the surface up to the sky, and I wonder if like maybe that opens up areas to get underground, like from him doing that.
Yeah, him yeah, like craters in the world lead down.
Yeah,
that'd be nuts, because at that point they'd have to have some type of load screen, because I think that would be so demanding on the Switch.
I don't think. I have a feeling there's not going to be a load screen, just like Breath of the Wild, unless it's like sort of
shrines.
Shrines or divine beasts.
Man,
you know, we might have them for that, but I don't think. I think they're going to want to make the world as seamless as Breath of the Wild. I almost feel like they would think it's like a step back if they can't do that.
I mean, I wouldn't be entirely mad if there was a load screen for those types of parts. Even the shrines didn't really bother me, and then I know those were technically our dungeons, but that little breakaway didn't bother me that much because of how big the world was in itself.
Yeah, no, that's a good point. Thinking about it after you said it, I actually wouldn't mind either, and maybe there's something they would do, almost like even in Metroid where you take the elevator, to get underground.
Yeah, just those little breaks.
Something like that, I guess, wouldn't be the worst thing in the world. I do think the sky has to be seamless, though.
Yeah,
I don't think you'll be able to do the load screen between those.
From what they showed, yeah, definitely. It looks as if it's all seamless for the ground and sky.
Which is going to be crazy.
Go ahead.
I wanted to touch on something you said. You're talking about maybe the start of the game being underground, like we saw in that first trailer, which I do think makes sense because that's still, Link. But Zelda's hair was shorter, so some time has passed from the end of Breath of the Wild into Tears of the Kingdom, and something. The reason I bring that up is just because I've been feeling this whole time that we're going to start in the sky. I just get the feeling that the game's going to start off in the Shrine of Resurrection, or whatever the equivalent of that is. I feel like it works in the sky.
You're going to hear that, Link, awaken. It's been 100 years. You're going to hear that shit all over again?
I can't hear the 100. I don't want to hear 100 years again. Judging by the trailers, it looks like we're going way, 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 way in the past. Like I wouldn't be surprised if there is two different like time jumps in the game. Like if this game starts off and you're playing like thousands of years in the past.
Oh. Yeah. It's iffy. I don't know. I feel that it's gonna start underground and the story is just gonna kind of unfold itself as it always has done.
I mean, I think I would like that more. I think I would like starting under, like, it would be cool if the game just starts and you're just underground.
I mean, if it started with us in the sky, I'm not gonna be mad at it. It'll finally connect the dot with Skyward Sword being the start of everything, because I have a feeling that's what we're gonna get to a little bit of.
I think so too.
But I would much rather see them go explore and wake Ganon, and that's how all hell breaks loose to start the game.
That's would be so cool to start the game, and it's like you're exploring this underground area and you're looking for Ganon, and I would love that. Something about that though, like most Zelda games, if not all Zelda games, you start off with just 3 hearts and not really much at all. And I wonder how they'd start you off underground with like little to nothing, or they once again switch it up on us like they did with Breath of the Wild and just say everything you thought you knew about Zelda is no longer something we're taking into consideration. And you're starting this game off. You got your sword, because we do see Link has the Master Sword in that event. I think that's how it messes up. But yeah, maybe you just start off with everything. Maybe they do it like Metroid style. They start you off with a lot of your equipment, and Ganon, he puts a hurting on you, and you lose everything.
That's actually pretty good. I didn't think of that. I just thought you start underground, but that actually makes sense. Ganon wakes up, puts a hurt on you, you lose all your health, your arms Sheikah material now.
Oh man, that would be cool. They haven't done anything like that.
No,
that would be cool.
Be a nice twist. Real fast, what'd you think of Ganon's voice?
I don't mind it. I guess I don't really care. It's not that I don't care. It's just that it's not throwing me off like, let's say, like Chris Pratt doing Mario, where it just sounds like it doesn't fit. This just sounds more like somebody doing a Ganon voice. Like not that we know what his voice technically sounds like, but this is pretty much what I'd picture. It just kind of sounds a little lackluster.
Let's go.
Let's go.
Oh,
what did you think of it?
I was thinking it would have been much deeper. I was looking for the like Ocarina of Time. You always got that left at ha 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 ha. I don't have that deepness like he does or the bass, but I was looking for that, a little more bass. It is what it is.
I don't think he sounds bad, but I will say it does not match the mummy Ganon that we see. I'm hoping that there is a human, Ganon restores to his human self like he is in Ocarina of Time. And the mummy Ganon looks awesome, but the voice does not match that in my opinion. I can't picture that mummy Ganon talking like the voice we heard in the trailer.
Speaking of mummy Ganon, I really hope they show how they sealed him down there.
Oh yeah, that's true. That's true.
Because he's just holding on to like a pillar, and he's mummified, ain't it? And that's when like his neck breaks.
Maybe it might be a pillar. I don't know. So what it looks like to me is there is that glowing green hand, and it has Ganon's chest, like it's holding on to Ganon's chest.
Is that our new Master Sword?
the hand?
Yeah, the Master Hand.
I think the hand is the new Sheikah Slate.
Oh, all day. Yeah.
Yeah. So I don't know if anything's holding Ganon up other than that hand. He might be laying on a pillar. I'm not sure, but
No, I'm all for it. There's so much story that everybody's speculating. Where's the story started? There's so much that we're all wanting to see. I mean, shit. We have Ganon. We have that. I mean, well, what was it? The last trailer, didn't it open up and it showed like a God, what would you call it? Like a mural, and it had what looked like the goddess from Skyward Sword, and then 7 little things around it.
Oh yeah.
Are we getting the 7 sages again? Are we got 7 dungeons? What do we got?
I sure hope so, man. I sure hope so. That's the very first thing I thought of when that trailer was on. When I saw that, the very first thing I said was, "Oh, no, we're gonna have to collect these tiers, or like, we're gonna have to do something involving 7 different things. Who knows what they're gonna do, but." That's what it was screaming to me.
Well, I mean, there's possibility I could do 7. I mean, you had the Goron. Well, basically the Divine Beast. You had the 4 Divine, and then they had to make 3 more.
Yeah. I mean, there's gonna be something in the sky for sure. Like there's probably gonna be a new race. At least ones that we didn't see in Breath of the Wild, probably in the sky. I don't know how much like videos you watched about like speculation and stuff. A lot of people are saying that like they think the Zonai are in the sky, and I have a strong feeling that that's probably what it is too.
I did not look that far into all these.
Well, you see, when I have 10 hours to kill at work every day and I literally can't do anything other than just put tires on a car. I listen to a lot of useless stuff, and so yeah, most of the Zelda insider speculation people really think the Zonai are going to be heavily involved. I mean, that green, that glowing green, whatever you want to call it, is the same like glowing green stuff that we even know about the Zonai already. So I think the game's gonna heavily be around the Zonai. I don't even think. I think the Sheikah technology is gonna be pretty much out of the game for the most part, and I think a lot of it's gonna be replaced by like Sheikah magic, which is what I think the hand is.
Yeah, I just looked it up. You're right. It is the hand that's the only thing holding them up. But that's just crazy because now it's going to flip shit on its head. We're all used to the Master Sword being the thing that would seal Ganon.
Yeah.
But then again, if you think about it, like the hand or the Zonai magic that looks like it was in the hand wasn't powerful enough to actually stop him.
I just wonder if it's been sealing him away though for however many years, like who knows how long he's been down here. So I mean, it's done a pretty good job, at least up until now.
Well, with the malice coming out, I mean,
yeah.
And then they have to bring something to light at that point, because if it was 100 years ago when that whole battle happened, somebody had to know about the Zonai, or well, not the Zonai, but at least that hand sealing him. Somebody knows about it.
Yeah, that's true. That's true.
Maybe
Impa. Maybe
She's
Impa
old.
knows what's going on.
The other thing that's got me all tripped up too is the whole tier like system when he's going through different levels in the sky and you get that like backwards playing song. I just
like go ahead.
Maybe that's going to be our little break when you watch the tier go up. That's the load for whatever the heck may be above you or below you.
Oh, maybe. I think they could, if they did something like that, it still would probably feel pretty seamless.
I just no idea, man. It's crazy. You think about it. You're gonna get the sky, you get the ground, and you get the underground. Like that's a hell. The world itself was already big enough, and now it's gonna double.
I know, but in something what we don't even know because they haven't shown us much at all. But people have found literally in Breath of the Wild that there is like underwater fully rendered graphics on like Have you seen that where if they've taken the camera underwater and it's like fully colored?
What's his name? That Sheesh. He does the game break or boundary break.
Did he do it? Yeah, boundary break.
I think that's him. Yeah,
I don't know
I'll give
if he
a shout
did
out.
it, but somebody did it, and I mean they've been working on this game for 6 years, and they're already using the same world that Breath of the Wild was in. I would love there to be some underwater exploration as well. I'm not trying to get picky or greedy. If we get underground and a sky to explore, of course I'm going to be through the roof. But if they could also add in some underwater, bring back a water temple.
Yeah, it was Sheesh did a boundary break
she
5. Yeah, she says. Sorry. He did one 5 years ago, and that's it. Looks like that's the only one that did a boundary break.
Yeah, he might have did it. Or I know. I definitely have seen like pictures and stuff of like underwater in Breath of the Wild.
No, like you said, regardless, if we can get an underwater... that's exactly what I was looking for when you went to Zora's Domain. I was expecting to have to go underwater.
Yeah.
I wasn't expecting it to be out in the open the way it was. Because hell...
Cool. Zora's Domain, the first time I saw that, though, like, playing that, I was blown away. I thought it looked incredible.
It did look incredible. It was... for it to be their domain, their kingdom, or whatever, and it hasn't been hidden, sunken, whatever you want to call it. It was a beautiful place to be. The music that played, I got a message.
Yeah,
it's you. There it is. Underwater glitch. All right, level 1 gamer. I'll have to check that out.
Yeah, just take a. You don't even gotta really listen to it for, or at least right now. Just look at it if you have not seen it yet, like the first 5 seconds of the video.
Okay. Definitely.
It's just, I feel like if they were already working on it like this and just maybe didn't have enough time or were just, they knew it was going to be too expansive for them to do what they wanted to do, I think they might be able to actually bring over an underwater into Tears of the Kingdom.
Well, I'm wondering if they just had so many ideas to make another game. That's why they were like, hey man, we can use the same system. We can keep this story going.
Yeah.
And it's just, it's effective at that point.
They definitely had, I'm pretty sure they said that they had too many DLC ideas and they just expanded it into a whole nother game. So, this game started off as DLC ideas.
Did you, to break away, but did you see the enemies and how they kind of look like the new enemies that we're going to get?
Oh, like in the latest trailer? Talking about... Dude, yeah, there's a Redead in there.
Yeah, there we go. You caught it too. Yes!
Yeah. Dude, I was so thrilled when I saw the Redead.
And they subtly hit him in there. If you weren't paying attention, in a blink of an eye, you miss him.
That was definitely for people who are going to watch the trailer in slow-mo. They wanted to drop a little something in there for us.
I'm just like, holy hell, dude! It ties everything together. How many times have we've seen Redeads in games?
It's one of my favorite enemies.
Well, I mean, if you like being humped. Trying to suck the life out of you.
That's one of my favorite enemies, of course.
So they're in there. Then we have them fucking flying reptile looking guys.
Those look awesome.
And then, what was he doing at the? He was building his own car.
Oh, Link? Yeah. before we go into that, because I think that could be a big part of the game. Did another enemy? Did you notice what's his name? Gleeok? The dragon, the 3-headed dragon?
I'm gonna have to say no.
Oh,
and that's sad. I'm gonna have to look it up.
Zelda 1. It's from Zelda 1. It's on the bridge.
Get the fuck out of here. All right, we'll go watch the trailer.
So watch the trailer. I'm gonna go pull it up too.
That's
So,
amazing.
The same way they brought back like Lionel in Breath of the Wild, it looks like they have maybe it's an overworld boss fight. I don't know, but it's Gleeok from Zelda 1.
All them just subtle nods, man.
There's a shot where it shows the bridge, and there's like you'll see like flames at the end of it. That's actually a 3-headed dragon.
It's just watching the trailer again. It's just crazy, seeing how upgraded the enemies are. Watching just the world,
Yeah.
in shambles. Was that Ganon standing up? Actually, I'd never actually caught that one. That was such a quick flick. Dude, he's like breaking away, and he's standing up, rising everything. That's nuts. His chest looks like wide open.
I'm watching the trailer now too.
Where is it? You said it's got fire at it.
It should be right after like the cave, at like 30 seconds.
Oh well, I'm way far ahead.
Yeah, it's at like the 30-second mark.
Whoopsie. Dude, I love that part too about the game, like being out in the world with metal weapons and getting struck by lightning. That shit was so fun.
Yeah, that is cool.
Dude, is that Malice on the ground? Oh shit!
You see him?
Yeah. I never even noticed that watching it all the time. That what
and,
the
like, from this angle, like I was like looking at this the other day. From this angle, I mean, it just looks like an enemy on the bridge. You've played Breath of the Wild. You know this bridge. You know how small you feel on that bridge. This dude is huge. He's almost as tall as like the entrance.
Dude, that is nuts. See, I love that. They keep making all these little nods to the past games and bringing past enemies in.
Yeah. While also doing like so much new stuff too.
Isn't that the Elden Bridge though, where he's standing?
Yeah.
Holy fuck. That is awesome. That's like the coolest thing I found out today. Well, thank you, sir.
Definitely.
That is...
They hit a lot of cool stuff in this trailer.
Dude, I wonder like how much more they can get. Well, we're just gonna have to sit here and wait. That's the hardest part, is this wait game.
I know, it's so difficult. And we're so close. It feels like 2 years ago when we were still talking about this game, we kind of felt like it wasn't like... We knew it was coming, but we didn't really know when. But now that it's getting closer, waiting is getting a lot harder.
I just didn't expect what we're getting. I kind of figured we would get something reminiscent to A Link Between Worlds. You know, it's a soft sequel. It's got that funness of a Link to the Past, like Link Between Worlds and A Link to the Past did. So we would have that. I knew the whole like Ganon thing was going to happen, but I didn't expect as much as they're giving us, being able to go to the sky and all the other stuff. Because the first trailer, all we got was Ganon Awakening, wasn't it? And we saw that like green spiral.
Yeah.
And then Ganon's eyes.
Yeah.
Had not a clue what was coming our way.
Yeah, we had no idea, and then they started showing off a lot more sky stuff.
Dude, that just... Thinking about the sky stuff, especially watching the trailer again and seeing him on his own like little... his own little drone that he's controlling.
Right.
Like, are we actually going to get battles in the sky, too?
I think we'd have to, right? Because I think there's a scene in... Maybe it's not in this trailer, but I know it's an official release screenshot from the sky where you could see one of the dragons from Breath of the Wild, but it's a different colored one, I believe. It's not one of the same ones from Breath of the Wild. And so flying around on this drone thing that you probably handcraft.
It's gonna be fun.
There's so many things that they could be doing in this game, because now I'm looking at this trailer and like these, I don't even know what it's called, but it reminds me of like crop circles. and it's putting these designs in the ground. And there is, I think, in the Creating a Champion book from Breath of the Wild, there was like ideas of putting aliens in Breath of the Wild. So I wouldn't be surprised if maybe this is the Zonai doing something, or aliens. I have no idea.
Well, the Zonai could be the alien race. They could be the ones.
That's true. That's a good point.
I'm just, man, watching that trailer again and then kind of just getting to take everything in that we are shown. I mean, looking at when it shows them glimpses, like I said, what we thought would be like the 7 maidens or the 7 dungeons, looking at that again, it gives you such a hard feeling that it's Skyward Sword, so that it's going to tie the origins in with this game.
Yeah, I think so too. I think it's going to have heavy ties to Skyward Sword.
Yeah, because it's just crazy. But with us also being able to go underground, remember they said that Sheikah technology was buried underground.
Oh, that's why the towers came out, right?
Yeah. Maybe.
Yeah, I didn't think about that.
Maybe that's what Ganon was in search of. Remember the Triforce? The Triforce has always been the search of power for him.
Mm-hmm.
You know, what was it? Triforce of Courage, Wisdom, and Power. And he was always had power. Zelda had Wisdom, and Link had Courage. So maybe he's looking for the Sheikah technology to gain his power, to take over the kingdom. Maybe that's the story. And that's why he got stuck down there.
Yeah, that would make sense. That would definitely make sense. It's what I'm having the most what I'm most confused about is I wish we knew how when Breath of the Wild took place compared to when Tears of the Kingdom is going to be taking place. Like, I just want to know how much time has passed. and well, because like, how long has this mummy Ganon been down there? And his malice is way more red than that pinky red we saw in Breath of the Wild. So it feels like it's getting angrier. And even going off of the last trailer, when he starts talking, comparing it to like Ganon of the past, like in even say Wind Waker, where he wasn't setting out to kill Link, but in this trailer for Tears of the Kingdom, he says like leave no survivors. He wants everyone gone. He's just trying to destroy everything. And I wonder why. Like, what's the point of having power if there's like nobody to control?
Well, I mean, he pretty much would rule the world himself. He'd be the only one there. Obviously, he's got all his little baddies locked up. They ain't gonna turn on him, and if they tried, they stand zero chance.
Yeah.
Sorry, I'm looking into Ganon's malice. It's definitely gonna have to have a tie to Skyward Sword, because it says there that, remember, the evil crystal is described as pure crystallized monster malice.
Oh yeah. And also, what I think you and I might have talked about this before, and I haven't looked back at this in a long time. But in that first trailer, when they show Mummy Ganon, the shadow on the wall though resembles Demise, in my opinion. But I need to look at it again.
The other thing too would be, I just thought of this since you brought up holy shit, now I can't even think of his name. The dragon. I'm thinking about the dragons that were floating around. Now I can't even think of their names in Breath of the Wild. Like, how would you make them disappear?
Like how like they would just kind of fly away before?
Yeah.
But now you can go to the sky, so you could probably follow them. Yeah, that's true. Maybe
like,
they don't.
Maybe Ganon takes them. I have no idea. Maybe that's it. Ganon takes them over. There's so many questions here. No answers yet.
Yeah.
I was gonna see the thing too though that I was wondering was because when we saw that green spiral, the green that was inside the hand, maybe that's like good malice. I mean, Ganon has the evil malice or his malice, and that's why it's red and not green. I don't know. So much going on here.
I feel like right now, no, there's not really any bad opinions because they haven't shown us enough to really make to really tell us anything. Oh, I'm watching the first trailer again, and I want to see that shadow on the wall.
Oh, you're right, dude. That does look like Demise.
Because the shadow doesn't resemble... I guess it could resemble Ganon in a... I don't know.
It would look like a Ganon from Wind Waker at that point because of like the robe design that they show from his shadow.
Uh-huh. Yeah.
Just with long flowing hair. Like a beautiful looking Ganon. What's up with everybody having long flowing hair? Zelda chops hers off, Link grosses out.
Yeah, that's... We still have a couple things that I really need... That
Get off my
need
chest.
to talk to you about. One of them being... You know what, let's move to the vehicles and the crafting. Because I think that's a big one. And you already brought it up. And then I'll bring up the last one that I want to talk about after that. But... So, it looks to me like... The Zelda team saw all the crazy stuff people were doing in Breath of the Wild that they didn't even like intend for people to be doing, such as like stacking minecarts and flying in the sky. I don't know if you've done that
with the
or seen people doing that, but
what is it when they use what is it, the yellow
I think
one?
magnesis.
And then they just keep whacking the hell out of whatever it is until it, and then they like point it up to the sky, jump on it, pew, and just...
I think it's... Is that how you do... I don't... No, I think so. I think if you go to like somewhere by Death Mountain, you can get... You can put a... you can use magnesis and put another minecart on top of a minecart. And then you jump in the top minecart and you can use magnesis to pull the first one, which glitches the game into you pulling the bottom one up while you're standing. It's weird.
I'm gonna have to watch that. I didn't see that one. I've watched all the videos where dudes would use whatever the hell the yellow one is, the cryo whatever. I can't remember the names. Yeah, and then they would just smack the hell out of it until it was completely red, and then they would hit it one last time for its direction, hop on, and just fucking float.
And just yeah. Stuff like that though, exactly. I think they've seen that. They've seen all the crazy stuff people have done in Breath of the Wild. And I think they were like, let's make that a little more accessible for people who aren't going to do this kind of stuff. And in the last trailer, you can see Link pulling out like a wheel out of the water, which then you see that wheel on that tractor he's riding, which looks so stupid. But I think for sure we're going to be able to craft vehicles and things to get us around the world. And I don't know, how broken that could make the game. Like, there's going to have to be a way they can't just let you fly into the sky at however you want. So I'm just wondering how they're going to go about doing crafting, and if you can... Do you have all this? Do you carry all this stuff with you? Can you only craft with like 5 items, or is there something? Is it all based off Zonai magic? Because all the vehicles we've seen so far have that green glowy energy to it in some way. So I'm just curious about crafting these vehicles and stuff.
I'm hoping that they got very expansive with crafting as much as they probably did with the world. I really enjoyed the crafting, being able to make your own recipes. That was awesome. That was a complete turn, a different page for Zelda. And I think they really hit it on the head with crafting your own meals and having to figure out like what's going to give you a stamina boost, what's going to give you gold hearts, what's going to give you resistance against cold. That in itself was really freaking awesome. But now let us craft weapons at that point.
Yeah, I 100% agree.
Because me having to fucking go around and scour the whole world for some rupees so then I can go buy arrows because I don't have any left because I can't find any. Let me be able to craft those. And it's real easy because then if you get the choo-choos, you get those, and if you just fucking burn them, then you can get your fire arrow. If you hit them with lightning or whatever, you can get your lightning arrow.
Man, this reminds me of something else I want to bring to your attention.
Uh-oh.
This is just speculation. Somebody said, though, they have some inside information or whatever, so you take it with a grain of salt. But in the latest trailer, when Link shoots the arrow at that new enemy, and it almost like a homing arrow, where it kind of like how it follows the enemy. Do you know what part I'm talking about?
I do. And if that's the case, I mean, they're probably going to limit you. I don't know. Maybe they'll let us have a hefty bag full of them, but I'm down for it.
Well, what I'm saying is, so what somebody said, though, is those are actually like monster eyeballs that you use for those arrows.
Oh, well, fuck yeah, then. That means we're crafting, which will be great.
Exactly. That's exactly what I'm getting at. If that's true, because I'm looking at it now, and it does look like a balloon-like thing he shoots.
Oh, what, like the Octorok balloons?
Yeah, exactly. So that would be cool if you can craft up.
I'd be so scared to face that fucking thing that he shoots, too, because that thing is massive.
That thing looks huge. He takes it out, though, with just that one hit.
Yeah, one shot.
Maybe that was the last hit. Who knows, but...
Dude, it's going to be nuts. You sit there and you think of that. If they add the crafting in there, they add in, like you said, for people that aren't as technical, I won't even say technical, but just as crafty, as open-minded to find things and like break the system and want to have a little bit of fun using the Sheikah arm, the Zonai arm to build and be able to have your own like your own vehicle, tank, whatever you want to call it, and then you got into the sky, you have that. So that'll be our way to battle up there. That's going to be impressive because at 1.2 they showed what looked like not a Talos, right? Those are the rock guys.
Yeah, I think
this dude looked like a shit ton of giant blocks put together, and he was fighting you. So
there's so many questions, man. Just so many questions.
And then, yeah, what the hell? That right there. He had like a big ass hammer, and it threw a ball at one of the Taloses.
That looks
like
so cool too.
It shot a cannon out of it. That's what it is. It's like a cannon thing.
Yeah, and I mean, because the head of that cannon is also that dragon head that we saw him using in a different trailer with his arm that was shooting fire.
Well, shit. That arm's gonna have a lot of fun, huh?
Yeah, that arm's gonna have a whole lot of fun.
And then you see he's doing like a puzzle right there, right before it goes to the Talos, and he's using his hand.
That part gets me very excited because it looks the same. It looks like how when we did shrines in Breath of the Wild, but you could tell we're still out in the world, in the sky. And I wonder if there's just going to be more like world puzzles than shrines, or maybe every island in the sky is a shrine. I mean, if every island you see in the sky is just like a puzzle.
Dude, that's nuts. Like, if you go to 1:47 minutes into the trailer, it shows that giant block ass dude we were talking about when Link's riding his horse into like an open field in Hyrule. And you can just see all the platforms in the sky that have been risen from Hyrule.
Oh, yeah. I see it right now.
That's impressive to see all that while being able to roam the ground.
And do you see that block, or not necessarily a block, but that piece of the sky that's coming down, but it has that green energy?
Mm-hmm.
in the past trailer we see Link like stopping time and going back up. Like I wonder if like uses something to reverse the time and then take it back up to the sky on like these that fall. That might be like a way to get up to the sky.
I mean, that theory makes sense in the fact that every trailer they have given us, damn near, has something. It has the music playing in reverse.
Yeah. Yeah.
So, like you just said, maybe that's the key to everything. You got to go back and fix it. Which would be weird, because now we're fucking with time.
I definitely think we're going to be I think we're going to be messing with time just because we see two different Links in so many of these trailers. Like, we see long-haired Link, and then we see, like, champion Link.
But the long-haired Link, isn't that the Link that they showed in Breath of the Wild? He was the champion on the, like, that mural. He had the long flowing locks.
Is that... Maybe. So, are you saying this is the same, all the same Link? Like, maybe it's not a different time period. Maybe he just looks like a.
Well, it's. Sorry about that. That's a phone call.
You need a minute?
Nope.
All right.
I'm looking at this picture. I can go to voicemail. I'm looking at that picture from BotW, and it's crazy because when you look at that picture, I should send it to you actually. When you look at it, he has like the flowing hair. He has the Master Sword, but he also has like that imbued arm.
Oh, like on the mural you were talking about?
Mm-hmm.
Yeah, I know what you're talking about. I know what you're talking about.
That's nuts. There's no way, though.
I think that is Link, right?
It has to be, but that's when they show you he's, facing evil or fighting evil with all the Guardians surrounding him and then Hyrule up top and whatnot. But that's looking like our Link.
So many questions. And then it shows the logo at the end of this trailer, and it shows the sword. But you can tell the sword is destroyed halfway through, and then it has the green energy, maybe Zonai, like restored blade to it.
Bro, I never noticed that. Wow. That's terrible of me. I was so excited about everything else that I never noticed
There's
that.
So much stuff to like easily over. Like I noticed it, but I haven't really even thought about it until now, just looking at it, because there's just so much other stuff to look at too.
My assumption would be that the Calamity takes over the Master Sword. At that point, are we killing Fi?
Killing Fi. Oh, I hope so.
I mean, she was the Navi of Skyward Sword.
Yeah.
That's crazy, though. I have never noticed that in the logo. And it's everywhere on the logo.
Yeah. Has it been everywhere on the logo since they revealed the logo? Yeah, it has to be.
Well, I'm going to look. Tears of the Kingdom.
Yeah, it has to be. So, looks like we'll definitely be restoring the Master Sword, but maybe not with its original blade.
Bro, that's crazy. It is. I don't think it's in the first trailer we got, like the sneak peek, but when they gave us the first trailer before the second one, it's in there.
When they name dropped Tears of the Kingdom, and because that's the first time they showed the logo.
That's nuts. I never noticed that. So many great things that are possibly going to come out of this game. We're going to get, hopefully, dungeons. They can keep the shrines. Just give me some dungeons, too, though.
I need to find a picture to send you
really
quick, and then we're going to talk about something else that I wanted to bring up to you.
I love it. He's got questions. I don't have the answers.
No, none of us have answers. We can only speculate. Man, where are those new photos?
Brother, you steady stay on top of your information. You don't fuck around.
No, not at all. I do not mess around at all. So I'm sending you a picture. This is official artwork. You've probably seen it.
Mm-hmm.
But that's Zelda carrying a Sheikah slate.
Yep.
But it looks like a Switch, to be honest. Now, I feel like this conversation is going to come up every Zelda game until it happens. But I think more so than ever, I kind of get a feeling Zelda might be somewhat playable. Just basing it off of her having this Sheikah slate.
I wouldn't.
Because
I will. Go ahead.
I think I go back to the first trailer. I don't know if she's carrying this in the first trailer where they're underground walking around, but they give Zelda this. If Zelda just dies or falls into this hole and we gotta find her, I don't see a reason why they're putting so much emphasis on like showing, like doing this artwork of her and giving her this Sheikah slate. I mean, I might be looking too far into this, but I just, this picture gives me the vibe that she might be like, if she falls, this is what I'm thinking. If she falls down like way underground and Link goes to catch her and he can't save her, I wonder if there's things that, I wonder if like underground is only played by Zelda. Like maybe all the stuff you do underground has to be something to where like it might affect some stuff that's above the ground that Link has to be doing, because she can telepathically like talk to Link. We saw that in Breath of the Wild.
Yep.
So I wonder if they can communicate in some way, and she might have the Sheikah slate that we're used to, which is probably more than likely like very, very similar to Link's arm. So I'm guessing they would play relatively close to like the same, but maybe Zelda would be maybe a little more puzzle based. I don't know. I do not know, but I have to throw it out there.
No, that's a damn good one. Looking at the picture, it's impressive artwork. Is that the artwork that leaked, by the way?
No.
All right, cool.
I didn't. I will not bring up any of that. I didn't even want to. I don't even want to make people think we might be talking about that.
No leaked images here. I just wanted to confirm that this one is.
I might actually, when we're done recording, put a disclaimer at the start of the video that there will be none of the
leaks.
None of the leaks from the art book in this discussion.
I mean, obviously her hair's changed, so like you said, time has to have passed at some point. Maybe they were able to create another Sheikah slate, like with the technology, if time has passed long enough, so Link probably still has his and she has hers. Something of the sort. Because
hers is there. Hers looks like a Switch now. So
yeah, and his looks like a fucking phone. If she's playable, I think that'll be pretty neat. It'll be again a different play from Nintendo, just switching it up and throwing a curveball at us. We think they're stagnant and they just keep rehashing the same shit. Which it would be impressive.
Yeah, I actually hope she is playable. That'd be fun. I think that'd be cool.
It like you were just saying, if you sit there and you think about it, Link is going to be the one that takes care of everything in the middle ground and in the sky. And then she's down low and handling business down there. So the only thing I could really see that they would give us that Zelda could do, minus having the Sheikah slate and probably some powers from the Sheikah slate like Link had, is they would give her light bow, and that's it.
Oh, yeah, that's true. That's true. I'm looking at the very first trailer right now, and Zelda does not have the Sheikah slate on her. It's not connected to her hip from what I can tell, and there's a scene in there where she has both her hands wide. Oh, and here's a shot. Yeah, I don't see the Sheikah slate on her at all. And, I mean, I wouldn't put it past Nintendo to just, not show that.
Well,
I mean, I remember in some of the first Mario Odyssey trailers, they specifically took the eyes off the cap so you wouldn't see Cappy. But yeah, I think there's a chance. She might be playable.
Maybe it was the outcry when people wanted what was it, Hyrule Warriors? They wanted, what was their name? Linkle
Linkle
to be on there.
Uh-huh.
So they wanted obviously a playable female character, or a female Link or something like that. So maybe this is Nintendo's response to put it in their game. A female playable character.
Yeah,
I mean,
maybe.
I just wonder what mechanics they would give her. I mean, it wouldn't be that hard to give her every mechanic that Link had if it's already there. It's just, it's a skin. That's all you really have to do is just throw.
Yeah.
But another curveball to the series. I mean, if she's down low taking care of business and Link's up top, how would you switch between them?
Be like Grand Theft Auto style.
That would actually be pretty cool, because then you'd have to really puzzle solve it at some point. Like you've hit like a stopping point with Link. You're like, shit, maybe I got to do something that Zelda's got to take care of, and then swap over to her. That
would be cool. Like
that.
Like think about like if she is down low finding like maybe some of the buried Sheikah technology, like say a tower that has, because it looks like the towers, at least the Sheikah towers, aren't in this game. Which once again brings me to the question: is how much time has passed? Where did these towers go? Maybe they, retracted back to underground. Who knows? That would really cause some damage, I feel like. But yeah, maybe she is down there. So this is like hypothetically, she could just be down there finding these towers or just different Sheikah technology or something down low, bringing it back up to the overworld, which changes things for Link, that now he might be able to get on this tower that gives him this ability to, grab onto some of this fallen stuff from the sky and then get up to a part in the sky that he couldn't reach before. And like it just be like a full puzzle of between Zelda down under the ground and Link in the overworld going up to the sky. There's a lot of crazy things they can do if they do that, which sounds insane, but
I mean, it could work, because when you look at the trailer, and if you even look at their thumbnail that they use, it's Link on that drone. But it looks like it's Malice that's attached to those platforms that are floating, things in the sky.
Yeah.
So maybe she's the one that's going to bring them back down somehow. I don't know. There's a lot of speculation, a lot of things that can happen.
Yeah.
A lot of questions, no answers.
No answers at all. I said that'd be the last thing we talk about, at least that I wanted to bring up. But I do want to. I have one more question for you. Do you think we'll get another, real trailer? And do you think it will be a dedicated Zelda Direct?
Man, I don't know. I mean, they're promoting the Mario movie heavily, and I honestly think they should give Tears of the Kingdom. I was to say Breath of the Wild. They should give Tears of the Kingdom the same treatment. Give it a direct. Here's the final trailer, and maybe show off the Sheikah arm or Zonai arm, whatever the hell it might be. Yeah, show off some of its abilities.
Yeah, that's what I want too. I don't necessarily want to know anything more about the story. I even though I have so many questions, it will just be fun to play the game and figure it all out. But I would like to know more about like what is making this game a lot different from Breath of the Wild. Like how crafting will work. Is that going to be a big part of the game? Is that just something that you can do that you don't need to do? How does Link's new arm work? How are these homing arrows working? Some of the overworld bosses or stuff. And I do think they should say what's going on about dungeons / shrines / divine beast, whatever it might be. Because those are always a big part of Zelda games, even Breath of the Wild. Shrines and divine beast took up a lot of time in Breath of the Wild. Dungeons in traditional Zelda games are a bulk of the game. So far, we don't know what we're getting in this game, and it's got to be something. And I'm just curious what that is.
We're all curious to what that is.
Yeah, everyone is. So I just want one last trailer but I also would just like someone to come out and talk about what's going on in the game. Not
Just
even stories, just what the purpose of the game is.
He just wants a little clarity.
Yeah, that's it.
I'm trying to go back and look at the first bosses from Zelda, because since, they're bringing these guys in this time, why can't they do it again and bring the rest?
Yeah, because now they got Lionel in here now, and they got Gleeok.
Holy moly. But like you were saying,
some likes.
a little bit of clarity would be nice, but I think that's where they're just going to kind of leave us hanging until the game releases and let us figure it out on our own.
Yeah.
And Nintendo's being shiesty.
I mean, as bad as we're craving more info, I think if you think about talking about this game 5 years from now and say they don't give us much more information, we're probably going to be talking about, man, remember how cool it was where they didn't really tell us anything and we were just craving info, and then we got the game and we discovered it all for ourselves? They don't do that stuff anymore.
It's true though. We want all the information we can get, but I think if we're just kind of left in the dark, it's better, because that surprise or figuring it out type thing. Cheezo Pete's.
Yes. Well, I should have known we'd go on for at least an hour talking about Zelda. Sometimes we struggle to hit 40 minutes when we're talking other things, but I feel like we could just keep speculating on Zelda if we really wanted to.
All right, so, well, here it is, dude. Here's the list. We've gotten them in. I can't believe I never pieced that together. I am such a dum-dum.
What are you piecing together right now?
When you look at the original bosses from Legend of Zelda, and then with their names and how they've actually shown up in other games, so it wouldn't be a big surprise if they just threw the rest of them in here for us.
Uh-huh.
You got Aquamentus.
All right.
Which is
Can't remember who that is.
It's the first boss that you encounter, it says.
Oh, okay. Uh-huh.
And then you have the Dongo.
Oh, yeah.
Who doesn't remember the Dongo?
Classic.
And then you have Manhandla, which is the third.
Mm-hmm.
And then obviously Gleeok. And then Dig Dogger. Goma, who doesn't remember Goma, inside the tree.
Oh, yeah.
So who knows what else we're going to get.
I'm going to look up these images now, too, because there's a couple of those I forgot what they... Yeah.
It's just... If those are the bosses that they can bring over, and I probably didn't even hit on everything that they have in there.
Which is the... it'd be cool if they brought back the boss from A Link to the Past with, where you had to use the hammer to break its mask.
Oh, it was like a scorpion or something.
Yeah. I like that boss a lot in A Link to the Past.
But see, that was the reason when we were talking before. That's why I loved all the Legend of Zelda games when they gave you items, because you had to figure out what item you needed to complete that dungeon. Yeah. Or they gave you that item that you knew was going to complete that dungeon.
Who knows what they might do again? Maybe it'll be some sort of magic in the arm that gives you some sort of weapon.
Bro, you could just fucking run in there and gun away. You didn't need to have everything. I've watched a lot of people that do that shit, that just do the speed run or whatever, and they're like going straight to Hyrule Castle.
Crazy.
Three hearts, and it's like, bro, you're fucking nuts.
Some people are insane.
I don't have gaming skills like that, but I hope they leave it open like that too at this game, honestly.
That would be great. If there is like 7 dungeons or shrines or whatever, I do hope you can just go and find it all in whatever order or however you discover it.
Like if you don't want to go and get all the sages and whatnot, maybe that's how they do it. Give it like a Tunic twist. You get the bad ending, you get the good ending, or you get like the perfect ending or some shit.
That would be kind of cool too.
So.
I think something that I need to always keep in mind, at least since Breath of the Wild, and which is easily the best selling Zelda game of all time. I think they see that, they know. They know how many new fans it pulled into the game. Like, we've been Zelda fans basically our whole life, but they still want to please us, but I think they also want to keep all the new fans they have. And if they could sell another 30 million, they're gonna, they're gonna try and follow that same formula. So I don't think they're gonna stray too far away from what made Breath of the Wild good. That open air, kind of like play it how you want aspect to it. So I don't think they would make this game to where you had to like do things in a certain order. I think it could be slightly more linear than Breath of the Wild, but I still think if they do like 7 stages or something, I do think they'd let you do it in any order you want to do it in.
Yeah, that was definitely what why Breath of the Wild was that great. It paid that nod to the original 86 Zelda when you first awaken and you come out and you can see everything. Mm-hmm. That was awesome. And then just the mere fact that the game was just like, here you go, have at it. And they didn't give you much information. It was like playing Metroid. They didn't hold your hand, they didn't walk you through shit.
Yeah, it just they kind of let the world show you what you needed to do, because you had the Great Plateau and you needed to you had to beat those 3 shrines in order to even get off of it. But it was such a good way of teaching you how to play without a ton of text saying this is how you're supposed to play the game.
Like playing Pokemon.
Oh God. Exactly.
Dude, I just got out of the fucking what you would consider the opening tutorial, and I'm like 2 hours into the game.
Yeah, even in Legends, Legends was also like that. Like there's an hour of just like a tutorial of just showing you how to catch Pokemon. Whereas like I know they need to show that for like new people and especially kids, because more kids play Pokemon. But I feel like if they just kind of like put you in an area and said, oh, here, go ahead and practice before you get out into the real world, and then don't say anything at all, and it'd be like, just come back to me when you catch 3 Pokemon, and then just let you figure out how to do it.
Pretty much.
Instead, it's just like, oh, now here's where you're going to want to creep up on this one and then throw it. It's, oh, man. Or just put a toggle in it and let me turn off tutorials.
That too. That could work. But Breath of the Wild, Tears of the Kingdom isn't going to follow that. They're just going to stick with what they did with BotW. I guarantee, like you said, I guarantee it. They've pleased so many past players and are trying to pull in more players so they can sell all them copies, that I don't think they're going to change their algorithm how they had everything.
Yeah, I agree.
It's just, I don't know, man. I don't think I got anything else to like put out there, but that it's a highly anticipated game. We've been dying for it ever since they gave us the hope that a sequel was coming out.
It's finally almost time too. We're so close.
It was so worth the wait. So worth the wait.
So close.
Because we were getting up. Remember, we were all getting upset when they kept pushing BotW back. Everybody, and then when it came out, when that fucker came out,
man, the wait for Breath of the Wild was so painful, man. It felt like every year was going to be the year, and then they pushed it off into the next year.
Man, when did that get? March? Holy shit, dude. It's like 8 days away, right? No. Well, yeah,
March
8
of
days away.
2017, right?
Yeah, March 3rd.
Along with the Switch.
6 years ago. Holy shit. Dude, I don't even think I got my first Switch until 19? 20?
2019?
Yeah, 2019 or 2020.
Yeah.
It's rough. Hey, I'm glad that I waited, though, because then I got the one with the better battery.
Yeah, that one is nice.
Still want an OLED, but I'll just wait till they give us a Switch 2 or Pro, whatever they're going to call it.
You and me both. I don't plan on buying another Switch.
No, not anytime. I've heavily thought about it because Dominic, he like dominates what was supposed to be my Switch.
Yeah.
But it is what it is. He's a kid. He loves his Nintendo games. I'm all for it.
Of course.
But other than that, do you probably don't have anything else, do you? You said you only had them couple questions.
No, I know I could drag this. I'm sure we could keep talking, but I don't have anything I need to get off my chest like I did before we started this.
So, Another Zelda episode down in the books. Oh, by the way, I just want to bring it up quietly. How's that bracket coming along?
Well, having to edit out 4 hours of stuff. Cisco and I have talked about he's going to handle the first half, I'll handle the second half.
All right, I just wanted to check in on that because I've been waiting to watch that bracket.
There's a good chance. I'm going to try and convince him to say, let's just post the whole thing as is, because I do not feel like editing all of that.
Well, that's usually what I do with my videos. I know when you watch a lot of guys that do gameplay videos like I'm doing, they edit everything to make it look clean, like they're perfect. Bro, no one's perfect. I'm not trying to be perfect, but I'm going to try to give you the best quality gameplay I can in a good amount of time.
Yeah, I mean, I don't mind at all, like, the imperfections of it. I don't know if anyone wants to sit through 4 hours, though. So I was trying to condense it down to where, like, you could get the gist of what we talked about and how we came to the conclusion we did. But 4 hours, man.
4 hours is pretty damn lengthy. But, I mean, our best video when I did that tunic, if I didn't swear as much, all these videos probably would have gotten more views. The one that I didn't swear in, which was the Red Skull secret, because Dominic was in the room with me, that one got 24 views. Yeah, no, it's not a lot. But that's the highest viewed tunic video I have, because it's not age restricted.
See.
And it's an hour-long video.
Well, I guess you're going to have to learn how to not swear so much.
No, yeah, that's why I said I should edit. I should just edit it. Anytime I hear a swear word, just put some type of wacky sound in there and leave it at that.
That would actually bring some humor into it too, especially if you put a wacky sound in the spot. That would actually be pretty funny.
Dang. Are you still watching the tunic videos? Is that you?
I haven't watched them since you finished, so.
Oh, well, then someone else is. Tunic's getting high views.
Let's go.
Someone watched Five Nights at Freddy. My first episode. It's got 8 views already. Holy shit.
Yeah, that was not me. I haven't watched that one yet.
That's what I'm talking about. Well, besides that, as we're going to close this one out on The Legend of Zelda, not Breath of the Wild, but Tears of the Kingdom, I got to correct myself so bad I want to call it BOTW 2.
I did that for like a month or two after the name reveal. Then it kind of started to just... it started to work. I stopped calling it Breath of the Wild.
Well, I can't wait for it to release. I know you got your collector's edition reserved, and I missed my spot.
Yes, sir.
So I'm just going to reserve my basic copy.
Yeah, you should too while you can before it sells out like Metroid.
Dude, even if I missed it, like I said, I'll walk right in store. I guarantee you, just like you said, Best Buy had a couple left. When Breath of the Wild first came out with the Switch and all that, I walked in that fucking Walmart and was able to walk out same day without even pre-ordering.
Especially Wii U.
Oh yeah, no one wanted that fucking thing. But hopefully everybody that's listening gets their pre-orders in. Hopefully they got the collector's edition if that's what they were hoping. And definitely play Metroid Prime Remastered. It's a great game.
Yes, sir.
I know the guy on the other end finally played it.
Yes, sir. Now I'm going to replay it again.
Attaboy. Well, I mean, if that's all we got, then this is Gage and Freeze. We're going to be signing off on the DWP.
Alrighty. Peace out.
Until next time. Bye-bye.